guys, this is Shalom, and I'm sure you're getting bored at home, just as everybody is. We miss you. We've got some great books for you. Today we're going to be talking about connectedness, and I have the book Swimmy by Lionni. Some of you may have already read it. It is a classic. And a happy school of little fish lived in a corner of the sea somewhere. They were all red. Only one of them was as black as a mussel. Thus, he swam faster than his brothers and sisters. His name was Swimmy. And there he is right there. One bad day, a tuna fish, swift, fierce, and very hungry, came darting through the waves. In one gulp, he swallowed all the little red fish. Only Swimmy escaped. He swam away in the deep, wet world. He was scared, lonely, and very sad. And maybe some of you have felt like that before in your life. I'd say he's not feeling connected to anyone right now. But the sea was full of wonderful creatures, and as he swam from marvel to marvel, Swimmy was happy again. He saw a Medusa made of rainbow jelly, a lobster who walked about like a water-moving machine, strange fish pulled by an invisible thread, a forest of seaweeds growing from sugar candy rocks, an eel whose tail was almost too far away to remember, and sea anemones who look like pink palm trees swaying in the wind. Then, hidden in the dark shade of rocks and weeds, he saw a school of little fish just like his own. "Let's go and swim and play and see things," he said happily. "We can't," said the little red fish. "The big fish will eat us all." "But you can't just lie there," said Swimmy. "We must think of something." Swimmy thought and thought and thought. Then suddenly he said, "I have it! We are going to swim all together like the biggest fish in the sea." He taught them to swim close together, each in his own place. And when they had learned to swim like one giant fish, he said, "I'll be the eye." And so they swam in the cool morning water and in the midday sun and chased the big fish away. So I'm thinking at the end here, Swimmy was feeling very connected to the other fish, and he was feeling all the things that you might feel when you're feeling connected. So there's a lesson that you can do with your families and talk more about connectedness. And we also have a craft project. And I chose yarn because yarn is definitely connecting things together. And we have two options. One is a yarn wrapping that you can just cut out a piece of cardboard and wrap yarn. And this is kind of an easier one. And then we also have a yarn weaving. And this would be more of a challenge. And I'm going to show you the directions for both of them right now. So first, for the yarn wrapping, you can cut out any kind of cardboard, cereal box, any sort of thick, stiff paper, in any shape you want. I think it's kind of fun to do letters, maybe a letter of your name. And then you're going to take the yarn and take off a piece and a piece of tape. And in order to do the cutting out, you might want to have a parent or an older brother or sister trace around with a pencil and then cut with the scissors. And then you're going to tape the piece of yarn to the back of the cardboard. And then you're just going to start winding it around. Start at one edge and wind it back and forth around the cutout. And it's kind of fun. It's good for hand-eye dexterity. And you can choose all different colors. If you want to change your color of yarn, you can go ahead and cut it and then tie the new color to it. So you could have different designs, maybe one color here and then another color here. When you get to a corner, you are gonna just kind of just keep wrapping it around. It'll go on top of each other, but it'll look fine. You'll never notice. So then at the very end, when you've covered your whole cardboard with yarn, you're gonna take it and you'll tuck it into one of the pieces that you've already looped around and then tie a knot, and then you can cut it off. And there you have a yarn wrapping. This is for all ages. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, what you're gonna do is you will take a piece of cardboard, and I recommend that you do this is about 10 inches by 8 inches. It's a nice, easy size, but you can do it bigger, you can do it smaller. And what you're gonna do first is you're going to cut these slits into the cardboard. And I said about 1 inch in is about all you need. So you can measure with a ruler and then cut. And if you're using cardboard or cereal board, scissors should be just fine too. And then you're gonna take one color of yarn and just tuck it into the slit. You're gonna wrap it on one side. And then as you see, decide which side you want to be the back. Wrap it around and around. And this is gonna be called the warp of the weaving. So a long time ago, people did not have machines to make cloth. They would actually make it by hand, and they would take a loom, and they were usually made out of wood, and they would wrap one side of the string just like this to be the base of the cloth, and that's called the warp. And then when you get to the end, you can tape it. And then you're gonna take another color yarn. And the reason why I recommend a different color is it's really easy to see. If I was gonna do green on this, I might get a little bit confused, but it's not the end of the world if you wanna do that. So then you're gonna take another color and you're going to start it. And you can either leave the yarn all on a round, on a big round like a skein, or you can kind of fold it. And you're gonna just tuck it in underneath one of the warp threads. This is called the weft thread. And you're gonna tuck it under and then over and under and then over and under. And this is also great for hand dexterity and over. And you can be thinking about how much work it is to make cloth. Like if you look at your shirt, my goodness, this took me some time. How long would it take to do your whole entire outfit? So then after you've gone one side, you go back and you do the other side. And like you can see here on our example, you can go back and forth with one color, then you can change it to a different color, and you'll just tie it off and start a different color. You could do some designs, maybe different stripes. Now, when you're all done with this, you can take it off of the cardboard, but it's not gonna be super stable. The ones that they make with machines, that cloth is really tightly woven together. So I'm not gonna recommend it. I'm gonna say you can go ahead and display it just like this, but if you really want to, you can cut the warp strings and then kind of tie them together, and it might stay together. It might be fine. So these are some yarn crafts that you can do, and as you're doing the yarn, you are thinking of connectedness, putting things together, keeping them together. And here's actually, I'll show you the finished projects.